Good evening, everybody, and how are you doing on this wonderful, absolutely soaking wet evening here? It's been chucking it down all day long. So what we're doing tonight? Well, first off, I'll bring in my earworms. So tonight we've got Steve from
Hello.
SK Crafts, and we've got Mark, the gentleman wood turner. So
Howdy.
that's who's going to be doing the chat tonight, and answering questions or putting questions across to me. Whatever, I'll put them back in the background. And what we're doing tonight, I'm going to be doing a piece of view. I'll put some sort of shape into it, and then I'm going to be using the new jig that I made for putting some saw cuts into the side, and I'll maybe drill some holes in as well and make a sort of potpourri type thing. The first thing I want to show you, I'll just change camera angle, put the overhead on. Right, I made up, I don't know if any of you have watched Chris Fisher, the blind wood turner, but he's very good at making jigs and things, and he made a bowl depth gauge. So I decided to make one as well. So you have one piece of wood sitting on the bar like that, and I know it doesn't look it, but the edge of this is straight down from the end of the jaws. And then what you've got is another piece that slides in, and when the two pieces of wood meet, the metal rod is exactly on the end of the jaws as well. So you can actually tell when you're getting right towards the jaws. So this space here is how much you've got left in the bottom of the bowl. So that's just a quick depth gauge I've made up there.
Simple but efficient.
Yeah, simple but efficient. And this is the jig that we're going to be using a bit later on. So it's basically a couple of bits of plywood with a hinge, with a piece of dowel that goes into the tool rest, into the banjo, and you get it set up so you want to do your saw cuts, and you just use the hinge. But I'll show how that's used a bit later on. But for now, I'll just get the chuck taken off, stick a center in.
Right, I'll start going through the chat.
Yeah, grand, thank you.
Calling out the names. First in, Douglas Mungham.
Hi, Doug.
Then I Love Wood Turning. Andy from AH Bespoke.
Evening, Andy.
Hodgepodge Woodworks. Andy Heath. Wayne of the Big Feet.
Evening, Wayne and Valerie.
Ian Leonard.
Ian.
Martin at Woody's Creations.
Hey, Martin.
Circular Wood by Keith.
Evening, Keith.
Some fella called SK Crafts.
Dodgy.
No, I've heard about him.
Dodgy. Don't listen to the rumours, they're all lies.
Wivy Woodshed.
Hey, Wivy.
The Dutch Turner. Hello, Dutch. Brent Beecroft. It's a new name, I think. Welcome along. Yappy. Hello, Yappy. Dorio 60.
Good evening.
Tommy Dunn.
Hi, Tommy.
Atelier Delectio.
Oh, he loves them big words, doesn't he?
Yeah. Stephen Jobbins. Jeff Christie.
Hey, Jeff.
Peter Fuller. And that's it.
Good crew.
Grand.
55 in.
55 in already. Grand. Right, I'm just going to get this rounded off first.
Pete Fuller's not far from me, Lincolnshire.
super chat from Dale at Maple Tree Studios.
Oh, cheers, Dale.
He says, towards another broom for that floor.
Because I was doing some turning earlier on, I hadn't swept up.
15 years ago.
That floor must be another 3 inches deeper, you know, if he cleaned it all off the floor.
Wayne can't understand why he's 6'6" in his workshop and only 5'8" in his house.
Oh. Midnight Digger Mike has joined. Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
I was turning today and I started putting tools down and can't find them again. There it is. I'm just going to put a tenon on one end of this. I might make a simple lid out of the other end.
Colin Roberts is in. Hello, Colin.
Hey, Colin.
Keith is asking, Wayne, if you can move the camera more central to the picture, mate. So your turning piece is more in the middle of the frame.
You
Right.
need to move your camera to the headstock end a bit.
Right. It'll come more to the centre once I put the chuck on.
Right, okay, right.
And then we'll see what it's like then. I'll put the chuck on, stick it into the chuck, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's still over to one side.
Bobby Gannon's in. Hello, Bobby.
Evening, Bobby.
He says, thank you, Wayne, for demoing the water drop effect. He made one with black and metallic silver, and it came out awesome.
Brilliant. Well done.
Doug from Pole Barn's in. Hello, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
And Nick from Flaming Turner. Hi, Nick.
Dale's in.
Dale, the king of Scrollsaw. I like that. Even Mr. Maple. Andy, hi Andy, how you doing, mate?
Huey's in. Hello, Huey.
Evening,
Welcome.
Huey. Right, let's get this.
Chat's flying by. Can't keep up with it, can you?
That's good there, Wayne.
Right, I'll leave it at that.
It's better, yeah. Not bad.
Right, so I'm going to, about a third of this, I'll do it, just do a quick lid. It'll not need any hollowing out or anything. It'll not need any proper sizing like I usually do. It will be a French fit.
Speaking of French fits, Baz is in.
Just as you said it, he came in.
Paul Kavanagh's in. He says he won't be in the chat because he's playing Turn Along a Wayne.
All right.
And Wayne, Paul Smith is in.
Evening, Paul.
Hi,
So
Paul.
what we're doing tonight, Paul, I'm making a sort of potpourri type of thing out of a piece of yew, and I'm going to be using a new jig to put some saw marks.
Did Baz get his lathe or not?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he
he
did.
Oh, that's it. He'll never have any money in his pocket now. Then.
Yep. It's the old joke. If you want to make £10,000 of wood turning, start with
Don't,
£20,000.
yeah, don't start wood turning. That's the best way.
Good turn, Daily Blair's in. Hello, Blair.
Hiya, Blair.
Just for your information, Wayne, you have 65 in.
JP's in. Hello, JP.
Hey,
Trouble started now.
Yeah. It's all right, Andy. Get down the garage, get some flowers, 5 litres of unleaded. You'll be fine. JP's giving you a super chat for the foreign language that Wayne is speaking.
cheers, JP.
Seems Andy's forgotten it's his wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Ooh.
Andy, if she says it's fine, don't worry about it. Don't believe her, it's a trap.
Yeah, worry about it.
Or sleep with one eye open.
Hide all the sharp implements.
Oh, JP sport the surprise now. Saying you're making a Christmas. He's told her where you're making a Christmas tree. What you got to do, Andy, is tell her that you've ordered her something special online, but it hasn't turned up yet.
And technically, you haven't forgotten, because if it's
No.
tomorrow, you're still all right.
Definitely. You keep on telling yourself that, Andy.
Piece of A4 paper, make your own card. Oh, bless.
Yeah, piece of A4 paper card. Just wash a few bits of colour, flap it together. There you go. There's a card.
Right, hang on. I'm just going to mute myself while I'm sanding this so I can put the extractor on.
Obviously, she's not like my wife. My wife usually reminds me about a week before.
Yeah, I used to have one like that.
You do know it's our wedding anniversary. Have you planned anything? No. Have you? It's not just my wedding anniversary, it's ours. Trouble is, at the moment, it's a bit hard anyway, isn't it? You can't really do a lot at the moment.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No. When we was on holiday, we had to queue outside. Every place we wanted to go and eat, we had to queue outside. That was ridiculous. Soaked every time, nearly. Well, that's a bonus then if she's forgotten herself, Andy. The thing is, if she's forgotten, you could make her feel really guilty and buy her some flowers.
Yeah. Bank some points.
Yeah. And I'm getting in the neck now, and Nick in the living room. You ain't got no room to speak about making bone brownie points. Them valves, Mark, they're fairly. I thought it was going to be something high tech.
To be fair, when you get it, you'll realise that it's actually quite a clever piece of kit.
Yeah, it looks like it's. Is it a rubber flap at the inside, or is it just hard? Yeah, it's a rubber flap, is it?
Yeah, well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10 working parts.
All right. So I suppose depending on how tight you do the nut up to compress the spring is how much vacuum it requires to release.
Yeah, it enables you to tune it.
Right. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah,
So under normal operation, it should stay sealed, and
Yep.
as soon as you block it, the
should
spring
release
should
the pressure.
pop. Yeah.
Good idea.
It works.
It's worth having.
Works a treat. You need to drill the hole out 28 mil.
28 mil. Is it just a push fit? Is it?
No, there's 2 screws. I took Chris Murray's advice, Chris from the Dragons.
Yeah.
And I drilled the 28 mil hole, put the 2 self-tapping screws through, but I also hot glued the seal as well.
Oh, what, the seal between the valve and the lid?
On the top, yeah.
Right, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense, I suppose, because if I was going to draw a vacuum in there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it absolutely 100% works, because I put the Hoover up against a flat piece of board, and it didn't even cave in the sides of the bin.
Yeah, I've got to do something, because with that, them Camvacs are like, I think they're like 300 cubic meters a minute or whatever. So if I was just going to buckle, that's why I didn't have a metal bin, because I thought at least with plastic I can put hot water and push it back out just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm only a single motor on my vacuum.
Yeah,
I got the Axminster one.
Well, I was told that the reason you have 2 motors is so if you're using it for more than 10 minutes, you can swap motors. You don't really run it with 2 motors. So they're more for prolonged running time and life, really, more than anything else.
Douglas, I was going to save your question for when Wayne unmuted us.
Yeah. We're not ignoring you.
He's got a new vacuum running, and he probably can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Oh, right.
I can hear you, no problem.
Douglas wanted to know if the plans were going to be available for the jigs that you made.
Oh, I'm not drawing
that's what
plans.
we're relying on, Wayne.
We wanted detailed engineering plans.
Yeah, down to the last millimetre.
He'll show them again, Doug, and you can have a look. And they're easy. Literally, there's like 3 pieces of wood.
Did you make yours out of ply, Wayne, or did you make it out of proper pine?
No, I made out of ply. 3/4 ply.
Claire's Crafty Corner's in. Good evening, Claire. How are you?
Hey, Claire. There we are.
75 in, Wayne.
Grand.
Getting close.
Right, I'll get some shape into this now. Turn the speed up. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do first. Seeing as how I've got a mark on the end here, where I've just parted it off, I will see if I can get the lid fitted.
Don't make any more work for me, Pete. Don't get paid as it is.
He's just here for the love.
I just do it because my busy social diary allows me to.
Yep, that's fine.
Mike's in the chat, Mike Wald. Hi, Mike. How you doing, sir?
Hi, Mike.
Claire's crafty corner. Hi, Claire. How are you?
Lovely goblet you made at the weekend. Very much enjoyed that. Christine and Michael Heseltine are in.
Hi, Christine, Michael.
I must thank Christine and Michael because they did remind me to change my information on my YouTube channel because it was still from 2019. So I do apologise to people for that. I totally forgot about it, to be honest. So thank you for reminding me.
Matthew Gallagher would turn in.
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
Pete's got to go. He's got to go cook some steak.
Very nice, Pete.
My hatred for you, Peter, has increased exponentially. Only joking.
All right, I'm just going to get a drill set up so I can get this drilled out.
For those of you wearing earphones, prepare yourselves.
No, not that drill, not that drill.
Oh, different drill. Oh, right.
Wind-up one. He's got one of those wind-up ones.
So you do actually possess a quiet drill then? You're just
No.
like torturing us.
No, it's the lathe. It's the Jacob's chuck that goes in the tailstock that I'm doing.
Oh, right.
And I've lost the drill bit I want to use. How unusual is that? Well, I found it. It's in my drill press.
Colin Roberts is saying thank you to everybody in the chat. His subs are up to 89 now.
Very
Well
good.
done, Colin.
Well
Come
done,
on,
yeah.
people. He only needs 11. I'm sure there's 11 people in this chat who haven't subbed Colin Roberts. Let's get him up to 100. His channel's Wood Wizardry by Colin Roberts.
He's actually climbed quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah, he was only on 30 odd last week, I think.
He's done well.
I'll
Dutch
just mark-
Turners.
Wayne
Sorry.
Andy says his son wants his chuck back.
Is that a keyless Jacob's chuck, Wayne?
Yep, it is.
You get on well with it?
Sorry?
Do you get on well with it? Does it slip at all or not?
Oh, no, doesn't slip.
No.
In fact, I have more problems with them actually getting that tight. I can't get the drill bit out.
Really?
Yeah, I quite fancy having one of those.
Yeah, they look a lot easier. Chuck keys are all right,
Right.
but
Yeah, my chuck key keeps
Oh.
slipping.
Bit fast there. Right, it's just under 500.
Mountain View Turnings just joined. Hello, Mountain View.
Mountain View. I'm trying to think of the name. Yeah. Poor old Paul's having a bad night by the looks of it.
I'd say Friday, Dutch. It's a better night for a premiere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not Stace on a Friday night though. Just be careful of her.
Yeah, I think if you do it about 6, 6:30.
Well, Ruben
Yeah.
Ruben usually has a premiere on about 7, and Nick usually has a premiere on 5:30 on a Friday before
Stace.
Stace live.
So yeah, if you do it about 6:30, you should be clear. Plus, it gives Wayne a chance to watch the local news.
Yeah, it gives me a chance to watch the local news. Cheers, Mark.
He likes to see what's going on in the local area.
Right, let's change cameras.
Today, 3 chickens were seen walking up the high street.
And at the end of the street, there was only one left.
Tell you the truth. With
Yeah, but-
the state of Dumfries, I'm surprised. Whenever the local news is on and it shows Dumfries with no people in, that's actually what it was like before the lockdown.
So what you were saying is, well, there's nothing changed.
No, nothing's changed here. Nothing at all. Oh, turn the speed back up.
Douglas Mungham's got a question, Wayne, before you
Yeah.
start. When turning a big item, when setting the speed, does the diameter come into it?
Yes, it does, because obviously with something like this, when you're right at the center of the blank, there's no speed. It's going to 0 speed. And as you get further and further out, the speed is getting faster. So if I had a 16-inch bowl on here, which I can do on this there, if I had a 16-inch bowl on here, the outside diameter of the bowl is going at a tremendous speed. So obviously if you're putting something big on, you cut the speed down.
And when you've got something big, it gets to a point where it's not RPM, it's feet per second.
And that's the lathe moving, the feet per
Yeah,
second.
the piece, the feet per second out the door, across the yard.
Through next door's car window.
Secondary question from Douglas. He says,
Yeah.
by what amount? Depends on the size of the piece, really, doesn't it?
Right. Rule of thumb: if you haven't got any digital speed readout, but you have got electronic speed, what you want to do is turn the speed up until the lathe starts vibrating, and then turn it back down until it just stops vibrating.
Depends how brave you are, really, doesn't it?
The lathe will tell you that it's not happy a long time before you get unhappy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rubber Dub's in. Hello, Rubber Dub.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
And Zed's in. Hello, Zombie.
Oh, hi, Zed.
Hi, Zed.
Right, that's done for the lid sitting in. Now we'll start hollowing.
That's very brave. That's very brave. What Nick's just put in there.
Yeah, Nick, you can do, mate, but you're really pushing the boundaries of safety doing that.
Yeah, and your teeth.
Yeah,
If they come out.
because if it goes wrong quick, and you're the one that pays for it.
Chris Coxon. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. I'm going to use my Simon Hope hollower now. I want to get the walls of this fairly thin so the saw on the Dremel isn't doing too much work when it's going through the side wall.
Well, you've been very lucky, Nick, but it's really not something you should be advising newer turners to try and do.
No, definitely not.
What's that?
Go through the wobble. Speed the lathe up and go through the wobble.
Well, you can go through, like you said, it's not advisable, but you can go through the wobble until you get to the next one.
Exactly, Dale. Yes, Zed. Zed says he thinks there are wobbles and then there are wobbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, some of the stuff you put on the lathe, Zed, it's hardly surprising the lathe wobbles.
That was a lovely butt vase you made the other night, Zed.
Well, a little bit more and then we're finished, I think.
Douglas Mungham's asked again,
Yeah.
how do I start a big item at 500 RPM, which is the slowest my lathe goes? That's it, mate. You start it and
You
hope.
start with your bum cheeks nipped.
Yeah.
If
Now,
that's as slow as it goes, that's it. That's all you can do.
Mark did a
Yes.
live the other week when he was turning. How big was that sphere, Mark?
The sphere was 180 long and 160 diameter. It's at the start when it was square.
Right, so it's just coming up to around about 7 inches. So it was 7 inches by about 8 inches, 8 inches long by about 7 inches wide. And he started that at 500 because that's the lowest speed he's got.
And that was between centers.
I would say that the best thing to do is try and get, if it's a bowl, try and get it as balanced as you can before you actually start up.
Yeah, that large apple piece that I turned live, that was the biggest piece I've had on the lathe so far. And I took a long time finding the center by balancing it on the top of a wine bottle that I borrowed from Wayne.
It was empty.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say anything. So you sit the piece on the flat edge where you're going to put the faceplate on the top of a wine bottle or a beer bottle or Coke bottle, whatever, and you find the center by just shifting it around until it balances. Mark it round the neck with a pen. That's your center point. So the piece should then be balanced when you go on the lathe.
Right, now while I'm finished the inside of this, I have just noticed there is a crack, which is usual with you. I've got at least one crack, so I'm going to get that filled in now because I don't want this thing to explode, really.
And a lot of people are in the chat saying, and when you start it up, do not be in the firing line.
No,
Stand to the side.
Definitely.
Because if it does go, you don't want to be near it.
Now, when you are applying CA glue, super glue, whatever it is you want to call it, onto a piece, and you don't want to have the super glue marks there, use the glue before you do your final cut, or put sanding sealer on the piece first.
Yeah, I tried that the other day. It works a treat.
Yeah, now I've got that piece of info from Nick, the Flamin' Turner. I'd never actually seen that done before he did it. And you've got to try and make sure that the glue down in the crack is dried before you take your final cut.
If I get faithful.
Yeah, otherwise you get a face full. Right, we just want to do a couple of final passes with this tool. Again, this is a Simon Hope tool, but this has got a high-speed steel disc on there. And what this does, that's where the crack is. Can you see the change in note there?
Yeah.
So it's a high-speed steel disc in this one. And what that does, using the carbide cutters on the inside of something, the hollowing tool, you can sometimes get ridges. And
Stand by your beds. Glenn's in.
using the disc, it sort of cuts out that. Right, where's me?
Glenn's in, Wayne.
Good evening, Glenn. How the devil are you?
Alan Bidolph's in as well. Hello, Alan.
I bet
hi,
Glenn's, I bet Glenn's half cut.
And just a quick cut down the other way. Just a wee bit more.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see a piece let go, watch Pat Lap's latest video. That was a cracker.
Who was that, Mark?
Pat Lap.
Right, okay. Is that a recent one or?
Yeah, this week he put it up. It's only a 45-second video, but it makes you jump.
Yeah, I bet. That one I had go on me made me jump, I'll tell you.
Right, I'm just going to do a quick initial sanding on this. So I'll mute myself again.
There you go. I've put the link in.
I'll watch that. I'll save it and watch that later. Oh, Scott's in. Hi, Scott. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Scott. Yeah, Huey, his reactions were good, but when you watch it back in slow motion, watch his eyes. By God, that they light up big. Like a rabbit in the headlights.
That extractor's working well. You see all the dust dunes being sucked straight down there.
Yeah. Didn't Wayne say that's one of those lumberjack vacuums?
Yeah, that's like the yeah, it's the lumberjack. I think they're 55 litre, like that, aren't they? So they're quite a good size chamber. Yeah. And I believe when I got mine, I believe mine came with a proper paper filter and also a filter, like a bag, like a brown paper bag you can put over the top of it to sort of stop twice as much dirt getting into it.
Well, now I've got mine hooked up. You've just reminded me I need to do that. Now I've got mine hooked up to a cyclone. Yeah. I can take the bag off of my filter. Yeah. There's nothing getting inside the chamber.
No, you shouldn't need it. You could. I know when I put, because I did that little one for my chop saw. Yeah. That's running on a is it Sheppy or Scrappy or whatever they are make. Same sort of thing, but one of that make. And for the first 2 or 3 months I used that. I had the brown bag on it. Took the paper filter off. And the brown bag was clean, absolutely spotless. Yeah. So it just proves how much and that's just fine, chop saw dust.
Well, I've got a 120-litre plastic drum.
Yep.
And there's probably about 80 or 90 litres in there. And there's not more than a teaspoon to a tablespoon of dust in the vacuum.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Really good. I should have done it years ago. Should have had a cyclone years ago. Just saved the amount of hoovers I go through is unreal.
Shepak, somebody's saying in the chat.
Yeah, that's the
Valley
mate. Yeah,
Maker. Shepak.
yeah. Because the Lumberjack and that make and the record one are all the same size. Obviously, just their own manufactured branding. So, but like I say, they're a good machine. They're the same as the Lumberjack. I can't fault it. The only thing I can fault the Lumberjack for is the noise. But yeah, be good. I'm going to put mine in a cupboard anyway. I think out of the way, keep it a bit quiet.
Yeah, that's the plan with mine. Eventually, it's all going to be boxed in.
Yeah, I'm going
Make it
to.
look good.
You know, when I do my lives, you can see the extractor, like just inside that doorway.
Yeah.
Just around the corner there, there's all floor-to-ceiling shelves with all stacker boxes on them for all my plumbing equipment, like all my spares. So what I'm going to do is I'm moving that to the other. Now I've got rid of my caravan. I'm moving all that to the other side of my storeroom, and then I'm going to build a cupboard inside that door with the Camvac at the bottom and then the Cyclone at the top. So hopefully that'll be all in one cupboard, all concealed out of the way. Then I can pipe the vent outside to keep the neighbours awake.
Good idea.
Sit in the garden, have a nice glass of wine in the hot tub, and they can hear that running.
We're being treated to the full gambit tonight.
Right, let's see if I can.
Drill, cutting jig, and bowl jig.
Yeah.
Depth jig.
No, it's not the depth jig. That's my my chuck has got an index.
Oh, you're indexing. You're indexing jig. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Sorry.
me indexing. So what I've done, I've got it set up. The jig itself is 2 pieces of 3/4 ply, cut to 9 inches long, 6 inches wide. I've drilled a hole for the tool post, which is 3.5 inches into one length and about 1 3/4 inches. So that's where I've drilled the hole. I've used 2 Jubilee clips just to fasten the Dremel in place. I'm using a cut-off blade in here, but I've actually ordered some Dremel saw blades to use in this. So basically what we'll do is just switch on the Dremel. You've got to take your time. Is that too noisy? Do you want us to mute?
No, it's fine.
Yes, all right, mate.
You'll keep the viewers awake.
You said no about.
That's a very cool idea.
It is. It's quite efficient, isn't it? And the good thing is, you know, every cut's going to be perfectly in line.
Yeah.
This blade is extremely blunt now.
Oh, yeah, how's the Range Rover then, Steve?
Man, like a dream. It's like It's like sitting in your armchair while you're driving. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, we took it out for a good run yesterday. Done about 180 miles yesterday. Had a bit of a cruise around the coast. That's so.
Watching the peasants.
Hey, you got mate.
Watching the peasants.
No, it's not that, is it? It's just the difference in comfort. I mean, the way it drives and the way it accelerates and the way it handles is just different. Yeah, it's nice.
Huey, I don't think you can anymore, but they're very easy to make, just out of very thin fiberboard.
Yeah.
Just a disc with holes drilled in it.
So it looks like that chuck's got slots in the back of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that chuck came with that indexing ring, but I don't think Axminster do the indexing rings on the chucks anymore.
There you go, guys. That's how it works.
Nice. So just a question, Wayne.
Yeah.
Quickly, if you now wanted to put a top and bottom line, the same principle, but like above it and below that, you could set that jig up at a certain depth and just run the lathe, just hand turn the lathe slowly, couldn't you?
Well, you could, but I mean, what you could actually do is play about with the tool post, play about with a jig, and you actually get saw lines going in the other way.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
But what I'm going to do.
Vicky Dyer's just joined. Hello, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
And Barry Oak.
And Barry. Hello, Barry. You got 77 in, Wayne.
Excellent. We'll get the. Let's have a look. That's nice. Now I should be able to got that locked in. I should be able to actually just work from the end of the saw holes. Whoops. Or not.
Joe's in the chat. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
She's come in to keep an eye on Glyn, I think.
With a bit of fiddling about, you can do the drill holes first, and then join them together with the saw.
Backwards Baby's in.
Haven't heard that one before.
No, that's a new
That's a new name. Hello, Backwards. Welcome.
Hodgepodge Woodworks is asking, have we got a new drill?
No, this is my cordless. I've got two of these. I don't tend to use the power drill for doing any of this type of work.
They're just too aggressive, aren't they?
Yeah. Fine for sanding.
Making people's ears bleed.
Yeah. Backwood Babe has put, hi, someone from my club introduced me to you last week.
Oh, right.
Welcome. He's in the States, apparently.
Thanks for taking the time to come in. It's much appreciated.
Wayne Clint's saying he used to have 2 cordless drills.
Yeah, Glyn used to have 2 cordless drills.
I feel that may be a pop at somebody.
Yeah, well, it should be a pop with himself. It was him that broke it. I said to him, have you not got a corded drill? This will never do it. Brand new DeWalt cordless drill. Said, this will never do it. He said, it'll be fine. No, there wasn't.
Black and Decker, innit? Say no more.
Nope. I got a crack there. That's a bummer.
Backwood Babe has put, also we'll have a channel called Woodworking Mermaid. That sounds interesting. I'm never going to live that down. I did, yeah, like I did fix it though, JP. That was the dodgy plumbing.
I've just gotten this thing. I don't know why I switched the lid on there. I didn't mean to.
I could say, yeah, seems a bit
Extreme.
yeah. Find the hole. Hello, Colin's up to 93 subs, 7 to go. Come on, guys, we can do it.
Yeah, if you haven't already subbed to his channel, Wood Wizardry by Colin Roberts.
Yeah.
Let's get him up to 100 tonight. And the Dutch Turner, sub to him as well. He's on 76.
Right, this final drill hole here is right where the crack was. Right, now while I was drilling there, I had 2 more cracks develop. So let's see, where are they? One there.
Fenrica's just joined. Hello, Fenrica. Welcome along.
Evening.
I think what I'll do, I'll put CA in that from the inside, and there might not be as much bleed out. I'm not overly concerned about the inside, really.
Thanks, JP. JP's just put the link in for Colin's channel.
Yeah. I will check. I'm sure I'm sub to both, but I will just double check.
That's come through. Okay.
Wayne, the zombie wood turner, saying you could stitch that with heavy gauge copper wire. He's getting all inspired. That actually would look pretty cool.
Would you use one continuous piece inside and out, or would you just be separate pieces?
Yeah, I think you'd have to use one piece.
What sort of stitch?
Set the standard again.
So you sort of stitch it from the bottom of one hole, one slot up to the top of the next slot. Is that what you're saying, like that, or?
I think you'd have to run it around the circumference.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Right, I'll just see if I can clean these bits out. There's just some bits left in the drill holes.
Colin's at 100 subs. Well done, Colin.
Well done.
Can I ask a question, Wayne?
Yeah.
What is your preference on what is your thinking when you put the holes at the end of the slots? Is it just for decoration or obviously decoration?
That's purely for decoration. With the wood being this stable, unlike a crack, these probably wouldn't expand any.
Right, okay.
But if you've got a crack, like somebody was explaining to Mark the other day, if you've got a crack, if you put a hole at either end of the crack, it will not go anywhere else.
Oh really? I didn't know that. He's a twine. He's an idiot.
He's that too.
I've just unsubscribed.
What's GP up to?
Oh, he knew it was JP straight away, didn't he? Look. He just put I need subs too. He just put his link in there. The link, Paul Smith has just said that he couldn't find Colin's link.
Hold on. I'll
If
put
you
it
go,
in.
oh, you're going to put it in again? Because if not, you scroll back. JP put it in not so long ago, didn't he? So. Yeah, Jappy's not far off 100 either, is he? I think he's in his 80s. So. Oh, thank you, Douglas. Douglas is saying you do exactly the same on fiberglass bodies for cars. Drill holes in the cracks to stop them cracking. I take that as full. See, what you don't realise, Colin, is we get you up to 100. So when you go above 100, we can also unsubscribe to you.
I'm almost at 350 now. 341, I think. Yeah, 341, I think, today.
Oh, you've done well. See, again, your channel hasn't taken long to grow, has it? Really?
Oh, thanks to the help of everybody in this community.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Help each other. That's what it's all about. We all have to start somewhere.
I'm filming the third part of my Sphere series this Sunday. I will be using an apprentice cameraman.
I will be honest, I haven't had a chance to watch him yet because since I've been off a holiday, it's been a bit hectic. But I will sit down
Oh,
and watch
really? Oh, that's like that, is it?
No, it's not like. Don't start. I wish I had said nothing.
I even watched your video on your bloody Range Rover.
That wasn't that exciting.
That subbed.
You are?
And I subbed.
I know you did. I appreciate that. I will watch it. I'll sit and watch it tonight. I will watch it. I just haven't had a chance to sit and watch it over the week.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what it's like though. You know what it's like, don't you? You get the idea of I bought a new car for. I'm not doing nothing to this car. I'm going to keep it standard. As soon as you get it, right, I'm doing this. So it's just been ongoing. So, but I will sit and watch it tonight. I must admit, I do like the look of the jig. It looks like
It's
I think
it's
it's
an
a,
awesome piece of kit.
I think
Huey,
it's
Huey had
oh.
it in his hands the other day. He was saying how impressed he was with it.
really.
Yeah,
But
and the jig.
I weren't going to say anything.
So I couldn't resist.
But I think I see John Clovier use one not so long ago. To be honest, he used one on a resin sphere.
Oh, it's feet.
Yeah,
I think that's the same jig as well. I think.
yeah, because they've got like a little tip in the end of them, haven't they?
Yeah, it's the Simon
Yeah.
Hope tip.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
that's
a
right.
6 mil cupped carbide tip.
Yeah, it's the same one then. Yeah, but they do look a nice bit of kit.
Bear with me a minute till I just find a blade to cut some of these bits of wood away.
See, they'd look cool. Go on, sorry. They'd look cool.
Oh, shut up.
No, go on. Go for it. I'm shutting up. Go.
I was going to ask JP how many views his video's up to now. The one that hit over 100,000.
Yeah, that was a good result. What I was going to say was that them slots would look cool now if they were coloured in with coloured resin.
Oh, well, I'll let somebody else do that.
Oh no, you don't like resin, do you, Wayne?
Yeah, it makes a mess apparently.
Yeah, what am I doing now? Right, I think I'll just part that off.
JP saying his videos had 125,000 views. That's good.
Harold Golden's just joined the chat. Good evening, Harold.
There we go. What time are we on?
Just gone 10 past or 10 past 9.
Just me usual then. Change camera.
We need 6 more subs for Jappy to get him up to 100. Come on, guys, you can do it.
Trying to get the grain to line up. Oh, that must be it there. Right, have a seat, Wayne, have a seat. Right, guys, there she is.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice little pot. Can be used for potpourri, seeing as how it's got the slots and the drill holes in there. But there's something just a bit different. Just a bit different type of decoration on there. I'll get all of the drill holes cleaned up with some abrasive paper. I'll take some photographs and stick them on the socials tomorrow.
I like that lid. That's very cool, that lid.
That's one of the usual shapes of lids that I do.
You can say it's just natural, and it's got a natural swoop to it.
Just give me glasses clean. Oh, I can see. Hey guys, so that's us again for a Wednesday evening. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Mike. Andy.
You had 78 in at one point.
Excellent. Thanks for coming in, guys. Cheers,
everybody's giving you good reviews.
I'll take some photographs. I'll take a couple of photographs of the jig tomorrow as well and stick them up so people can have a look. I'll probably shove in the dimensions and stuff as well. Obviously, you're going to need the tool. The tool post part is going to have to be fitted for your lathe, obviously. Mine's a 1-inch tool post in mine, so that was fairly basic. I just use a piece of 25mm dowling. You can actually make them out of metal. The first one I had, which I got 30 years ago, the first one I had, which I've still got, but it was built for another lathe, so it doesn't fit in this lathe. Oh, cheers, Glenn, you're all hot. My God.
Actually, Pete's asked you a question, Wayne. He's put,
oh, yeah.
Have you cut and drilled the holes before hollowing? Did it work?
I have done that before, but you've got more of a chance of getting a breakout when you do that. Thanks, Andy. Have a pint on you, or I'm having a fucking pint off. What?
Water by the looks of it.
Aye. Not even bottled, not at that price, anyway. Anyway, thanks for coming along. I'll be back on Friday. I don't know if there's a... Oh, are you on tomorrow at lunchtime, Steve?
Yes, I am, yes.
Oh, Steve's on tomorrow lunchtime.
Yeah, I'll put the link up later on.
I don't know if there's anybody on tomorrow night. Because certainly Scott's working. Friday, I'll be back on Friday lunchtime. I don't know if Ruben's got a premiere on Friday evening. He hasn't had one for a couple of few weeks, mind. But he usually has one at 7 o'clock. Nick usually has a premiere at 7:30. Stace will be on live. And I think Yappy might be actually doing a premiere this Friday. He was talking about doing a premiere after... He messaged me earlier on. He was talking about doing a premiere after Stace on Friday night. Saturday...
the Dutch Turn has got a premiere Friday before Stace.
And there's Rich. And Rich has got a...
Oh, Rich has got his interview tomorrow night. I'll keep on forgetting about that. Ed Oliver will be on Saturday morning. I don't know if we've got a Saturday lunchtime. Nick will be on Saturday night.
It's on Saturday. Will be the first one without Joe.
All right, okay.
So expect chaos.
Oh, I expect chaos whenever Joe's there anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be even worse with him not there. Yeah, so Nick's on Saturday night. Sunday, I'm not too sure about now because people come and go on a Sunday.
Well, I'm doing Sunday live again. I'll keep up the Sunday lives.
All right, okay.
I might have to drop the Thursday ones in the next few weeks, but we'll see what happens in the next few weeks.
Because you'll be getting back to work, eh?
Yeah, hopefully. But I will keep the Sunday ones for the time being. So, just to keep it going, because I think people, well, I enjoy doing it. Hopefully people enjoy coming over. So,
yeah, it's all right.
You only come over for Nick. You don't come over to see me. You just come over to hear her voice.
So it's so good. So. Right.
It's nice to have a bit of support from the community.
Right, that's it, guys. I'm going to push the button. I'll just see if there's been anything else happening in the chat.
Oh, there we go. Look, flowers for Nikki now. We've already been there. Here, you're a few weeks behind, mate.
No. It's hashtag sofa for Joe now.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I agree for that one. I'm on
sofa for Joe.
Yeah, good for that.
Right then. Okay, guys. Thanks everybody for coming in. I do really appreciate everybody coming in. I hope you're still enjoying what I'm doing. And I will be back on Friday. And many thanks to the worms as well. I find Mike is in disagreement with me. Mike Walton's in disagreement with me. He doesn't like having the worms because he thinks it'll be too distracting, and that's the way that he does things and always will do. Yeah, and I totally appreciate that. I just like watching Mike anyway. But I like to have earworms in so people are letting us know what's going on, and there's a bit of chat and banter goes on as well, which is all good. So that's it, guys. I'll see you Friday lunchtime when we'll be doing something else. I might even go back and do some colouring. Haven't done any colouring for months. Bye for now, anyway. Night
Okay,
night.
everybody.